I also have Behnam Ben Taleblu, who is a research fellow at the Foundation for the Defence of Democracies, with us. Behnam, thank you for staying with us here on BBC News. Just to let you know, so the latest update is that the White House has said this attack is likely to unfold over a number of hours. It appears that this attack, as we understand, has or could well have begun after dozens of drones were reported over Iraqi territory, having left Iran. The pictures you can see now is Marine One with President Biden on board, having left Delaware earlier and about to land at the joint base Andrews, and then heading, of course, to the White House for this meeting with the national security team. For this to be taking place, Behnam, just how serious are we at the moment?
Yes, allow me to explicate how serious this is. The Islamic Republic, again, has never publicly fired missiles or drones from its own territory at Israel and taking credit for it. To date, and while you were speaking with the other guests, I did look at some hardline Iranian press agencies, not just Press TV, which you mentioned, but Tasnim news agency, which is semi-official and tied to the IRGC, as well as Javan Online. Javan is a hardline paper, also with ties alleged to the IRGC. Both of them are re-reporting Western press reporting, particularly Reuters report about the strike, as well as reports from Israel's Channel 12 news about it. Not yet official Iranian government confirmation. And this is very interesting because since 2017, every Iranian public ballistic missile operation from its own territory targeting Iraq, Syria, or Pakistan has been confirmed by the regime in Iran and indeed was publicized. Thus far, this seems to mirror the 2019 strike on Aramco in Saudi Arabia by Iran, where drones and cruise missiles were used, and the regime never looked to take public credit for it. So perhaps they think so far, without an official confirmation, they may be able to manage the escalation dynamics here a bit, as well as with the fact that these drones do take time to get to their target. So there's a lot that is unfolding here. There's a lot we can intonate. But again, I want to stress the historic nature of such a strike, and particularly historic when you look at the several decades of the Israeli-Iranian strategic competition and Iran's violent export of the revolution and support for things like we saw on October 7th.
Behnam, it appears that President Biden has now landed at Joint Base Andrews. I can just see we've got Marine One on the screen at the moment. He hasn't left the helicopter yet, but the White House has said that the United States will stand with the people of Israel and support their defense against these threats from Iran. In terms of forces, US forces within the Middle East region, who are they, where are they, and what do they look like? What are they comprised of? What do we know?
Well, there are indeed, as you know, U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria under the counter-ISIS mission, considerably less so in Syria. And then there's lots of train and assist missions on the Arab side of the Persian Gulf, as well as major U.S. air bases and naval bases. For instance, Manama, Bahrain is home to the 5th Fleet of the U.S. Navy, NAVCENT, the Navy arm of CENTCOM, which is, the U.S.'s Middle East kind of area of command is in Manama. You have Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, which is part of this kind of regional, military network of bases. Then you have a series of smaller installations across the region as well. So the U.S. does have indeed a robust, political military footprint in the region, as well as strong partner relationships with countries like Saudi Arabia, with countries like the UAE, Bahrain, Jordan, and what have you, that do purchase U.S. weapons.
Okay, President Biden, we're told by the White House, is being regularly updated by his national security team. Is in constant communication with Israeli force officials, as well as you were just telling us there, Behnam, US partners and allies. This is from the National Security spokesperson, Adrian Watson, via a statement. Marine One, of course, is what you can see there, waiting for President Biden to disembark and then head to the White House for for his meeting with the national security team. Behnam, we're going to leave it there for now.